Hey, my name's Rupesh, and in this video, I'm going to be rating everything that I've ever done to make money. And by the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what I found to be the best and what I found to be the worst. If you're someone who's just starting out and kind of confused with all of the things that you can do to make money, this video might just get rid of all your confusions. So without further ado, let's just get into it. The first thing that I ever did to make money was invest in crypto. So this is actually like a funny story. I'd taken 30k of my parents' money, put it all into crypto around Feb 2021, and I actually made like a decent amount of money in the start. I was like up 30%, but I never sold because I was just in the mindset that hey, we're gonna hold this for life. And by the end of it, present day, I'm at negative 75%. This is things that no one really talks about. Here are screenshots. So key takeaways from this experience was to do research before investing into anything, and just do not listen to what other people are telling you to do. So to put this on a scale, I'd give this a 0 out of 10. Really, you do not need to do all of these things. It's just a waste of your time. Put your time and energy somewhere else. Second thing that I ever did was actually go on to freelance sites. Now, if you know me, you'll know how much I hate freelance sites. But that being said, this was actually the first time I've ever made any money from my skill, and this money was made through Fiverr. I had made around 15 USD when I was in 10th grade. I just put like a few gigs on Fiverr, and some people actually decided, hey, let's just give this guy a shot. And I made like $15 from that. But I mean, when it comes to freelance sites, really it's based on luck. Putting this on a scale, I'd give this a 3 out of 10, mainly because you can earn money through this, but it's just super unreliable, and really, like, why? Just why? Third thing I want to talk about is internships. Now, this is my favorite thing to do, especially when you're just trying to get your foot into the market, want to see how it is to work with other people and gain a lot of experience. Now, when you're looking out for people to work for, I'd mainly recommend working with these two people, and that is agencies and startups. You can learn a lot from the startups, and 9 times out of 10, you will actually be in touch with the founder. So just a treasure trove of information. And secondly, why I wanted to work with agencies is because most of the time you will be in touch with the founder and they have a lot of information that you don't. Network with them, get to know them properly, build rapport, and then they might also just help you get connected with other people who might need your services after. And depending on who you're interning for, they also pay you a decent chunk of money that will actually help you to buy some of the things that you might have always fantasized. But again, putting this on a scale, I'd give this an 8 out of 10. Alright, coming on to the fourth thing that I did to make money, and that is freelancing. Freelancing is actually a really tricky thing to do, and most of the people on the internet have just made it out to be like this easy thing, and you just build a skill and you'll get work, you'll make a lot of money. No, that's really not the case. One thing that a lot of people just completely throw out of the window is how to actually get the work. Most of the freelancers out there on the internet really don't have to think about client acquisition because they have just gotten their work through networking and connecting to people. They always get referred from here and there, and they get all of their work from that. But in reality, if you want to build a successful career through freelancing, you have to have a proper system to get your clients through. I was one of the lucky persons who was able to build a network of people from which I did get referrals and work consistently, and in total I was probably able to make around 60k rupees if I'm not wrong. And similar to internships, freelancing can also really connect you with a lot of high value individuals, these founders, decision makers, and you can just network a lot through freelancing for people. Overall, I'd give this a 9 out of 10, and I would do it again if I wasn't planning on starting a business of my own. So if you are actually planning to get into freelancing, I'd suggest you put more time into getting work than actually doing the work. Quickly hopping on to the next one, I want to talk about 9 to 5 jobs. Overall, I would say 9 to 5 jobs are the best thing for 99% of the people out there. I'm not a person who would shame you for taking a job because I know how comfortable your life can be while being in one. You're getting stable income, and depending on what your job is like, and if it's work from home, you're also having location freedom. And if your work is mostly on project basis, then you also have your time freedom. Now these 3 things are really hard to come by, but if you can manage to bag all 3 of them, you're in heaven. Like honestly, I would just stick in that job for as long as possible. But that being said, I can also still see why people dislike 9 to 5 jobs. Me personally, I do sort of dislike 9 to 5 jobs, even though I am in one. And again, that is mainly because somewhere down the line, I started having this thought in my head, what if all of this work that I'm doing for this person, I did for myself? How much more growth I would be able to receive? How much more output will I be able to get on my own? And that thought just kept bugging me to the point where I started disliking the work that I did. And overall, I'd give 9 to 5 job a 9.5 out of 10. Pretty ironic. If I was just starting out and I had the relevant skills, I would definitely try getting a 9 to 5 job because it's just a lot of freedom, and make sure it's work from home. That's very, very important. Coming to the last two things that I'm currently actually doing to make money right now, that is YouTube and then running an agency. Now, I haven't made any money from both of these avenues, but in the next few years, I'll be making the most amount of money from these two avenues. I don't really have to explain much. I'm pretty sure half of the people know what value does YouTube and running an agency brings to the table. With YouTube, there is absolutely no cap to how much money you can make. You can build an audience, you can sell affiliate products, you can build your own products, you can sell that, you can sell a course, you can sell a service, you can do so many things with YouTube. It is absolutely insane. The only downside is that it takes a lot of time, but if you guys like and subscribe, that time would have been shortened for me. So if you can do that, I really appreciate it. But jokes apart, here is what I'm doing to make this dream of making money through YouTube a reality for me. I'm trying to post twice a week, making a lot of reels and shorts on the side as well, because I actually enjoy doing that, and that's how I'm keeping myself engaged throughout this entire process. And the only reason I'm actually able to output this much is because I had invested my time into learning the skill of video editing and graphic design for I guess like 3 years now. So spent like 3 years just learning these two skills, which has gotten me to be really efficient with what I do. So I can actually produce all of this without hiring anyone. So since I haven't really earned anything, I'm going to be rating this on basis of how I like the work. And for that, I would give this a 6.5 out of 10. Coming on to the last thing, that is running an agency. The only reason that I am trying to run an agency is for money. It's the perfect cash flow business to start, and you can really scale it to a big number depending on how good you are at actually running the business. I'm a few weeks into running my agency. I still haven't gotten a client yet, and that is only because I had exams in between and I really had to stop all of the outreach I was doing. But I'll definitely be making more videos on everything that I'm doing to get my first client. I think it'll be pretty useful for you guys out there who really still don't have a grasp of how hard it is to actually get work coming in through the door. I would 100% say that getting work coming in through the door consistently is much harder than actually learning the skill itself, which it's absolutely insane because most of the people out there who are creating content on this really do not talk about how to get work coming into the door. Also, the work required to actually even get an agency to be successful is super painful. If I had to rate this, again, since I haven't made any money, it'll just be me rating how the working experience is of running an agency, and honestly, it's a 2 out of 10. It is painful as fuck, but the only thing that keeps me going is the end output, because if this properly scales and if I'm able to run this properly, that will mean that I'll have much more in my bank account, which I can then invest into the thing that I actually want to do and then hopefully monetize. Okay, so I've rambled a lot in this video. This video is pretty long. I try to get it as shortened down as possible, and I really appreciate it if you do like, share, comment, do all of that. Also check out all of my socials down in the description below. If you have any questions, reach out to me personally. I'll be sure to answer them because my audience is still pretty small right now. Don't know how long will I be able to do this. And yeah, I just want to end off the video with, the more you fuck around, the more you find out. Keep hustling. Bye bye.